Hello, 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 Pisces, my beautiful Pisces. Come on in, beautiful Pisces. We about to see what spirit wants you to know. Come on in, come on in. Hey, come on in, come on in. We about to see what spirit wants you guys to know, Pisces. I hope you are all doing well. Long time no see, baby boo. Okay, we're going to get into this reading and we're just going to figure out what messages spirit has for you that's most important for you to know. Because there's a lot of things that, people may claim to need to know, but they don't really need to know. And, if you try to find out things that you don't need to know and, pry into the other people's business, you could be putting your own self at risk, okay? So you guys be sure to follow me. Let's get those likes up, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I'm so happy that you caught a live. Be sure to follow me if you have not already. I'm really trying to get to 10K, you guys. I'm trying to get to 10K so that, yes, thank you. Oh, that's so cute. I'm trying to get to 10K, you guys. And I'm like halfway there, okay? I'm halfway there. I'm doing the doggone thing and I've been working hard. So support your girl. Because you're always going to get messages from me that are as straightforward as possible. I don't like to beat around the bush with no bull crap, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you so much, Nadine. I almost said Natalie. That's interesting. Have people called you Natalie before, Nadine? Because I seriously almost called you Natalie just then. It's possibly because I need glasses, child. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Keep dropping those hearts. Come on in, scaries. I see y'all scaries watching from the outside. Okay, cool. Yes, thank you. All right, so we're going to start with these oracle decks to see what's the most important message spirit wants you to know right now, okay? Before I start, though, I need to tell y'all, please use your intuition because a lot of the messages that you see online are not necessarily going to be things that you need to worry about. Okay, so I keep saying that. That's like the second time I said that. So it kind of feels like there's a situation that you could be dealing with, or there are certain things that could be going on around you. This could be in social media spaces. This could be in news media spaces. This may even be in situations that regard your family. Okay. Hello, Miss Williams. Beautiful you. Welcome. You said I'm a Pisces. It's my wife. I'm not answering questions right now, boo. We're just gonna see what spirit wants you guys to know. But there could be a lot of situations because I said it twice. I said that there may be certain things that you don't need to worry about or that you just don't need to know because it could throw you off. It could throw off your progress. It could throw off your forward momentum. It could throw off your focus when it comes to what you really want to achieve and accomplish. And I feel like either somebody wants you to focus on something that's not really necessary or requiring of your attention or energy, or there's just a lot of situations around you that are very distracting. So I feel like I said, this could be news media, this could be social media, this could be your friend groups, this could be things that's going on in your community that you live in. This could be things that's going on in your family, okay, with your extended family. But spirit is really wanting you to be aware of what you put your energy into because there's certain things that are going to try to take your energy. Okay, bad habits popped out automatically on its own. This could be smoking, drinking, anything like that. Yeah, other people's bad habits. All right. What does spirit want you to know? We have fitness, working out. We also have theft. What? I just heard, who's that sneaking in my window? Anyway, somebody could be creeping around, sneaking around. If you have any bad habits, right, they could leave you susceptible to people who are trying to steal from you. Maybe you have a bad habit of overgiving. Maybe you have a bad habit of trying to help people work their problems out. Okay? You have a bad habit of trying to help everybody else. Meanwhile, you need to help your damn self. I said it. I said a cuss. I sure did. Okay? There could be people around you who know this about you. They know that you're the type of person who really likes to help other people. They know that you're the type of person who wants to resolve things and solve problems and come up with solutions. And they may lean on you for that, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that, unless it's being abused, like unless that kindness is being taken for weakness, or unless somebody is kind of using you to put their burdens on you, right? I feel like that situation, there's a lot of distractions when it comes to what you're focusing on. And we're going to clarify what this is. We have communication, okay, at the bottom. And family, I knew it. Look at this. Communicating with your family could be something that stresses you out to the umpteenth motherfucking degree, okay? To the umpteenth degree. Dealing with these people, talking to these people really stress you out. And I feel like sometimes, you know, you may want to help, but you're going to have to say no, right? Sometimes you're going to have to say no, or sometimes you're going to have to set a boundary to let people know when is the appropriate time, when you're available, that they can come to you. But after that time or outside of that window, you're on D&D. You get what I'm saying? Because then, you know, because I told this to somebody, I've been doing personal readings, you guys. And if you want one, you can check the link in my bio. But I've been telling people lately, okay, thank you guys for all the hearts. I really appreciate it. Y'all keep them coming. I love the love. I love the love. All right. But sometimes I've been telling people in my personal readings that setting a boundary with a person should never be something that you're afraid to do. Because if you set a boundary with somebody who respects you, and you set a boundary with somebody who has your best interest at heart, they're not going to have a problem with your boundary. They're not going to have a problem with you saying no, or with you saying not today or not right now. They will respect you and know that whatever it is that you're working on is something that you deem as important. Okay, look at that bike. Look at that bike on that. Let me stop. Okay, you working on something. You trying to build your muscle up. And I also feel like the spirit is telling you to build up your muscle when it comes to saying no, or when it comes to setting boundaries, because it's something that, you know, some people it comes easy, but not everybody. Okay. It's something you have to practice, because at times you may be the type of person who wants to say yes to everybody. Like for me, for example, I be wanting to say yes to my kids all the time. Oh, can I get a bowl of cereal, mommy? Yeah, go get you a bowl of cereal, baby. Oh, can you take me over here? Yeah, I got you. I'll take you over there. But then sometimes you start to resent people who ask you for things when you really want to say no and you say yes. It's like you can't really be mad at them. You can't really resent them, because even though you may want to see somebody smile, or you may want to make someone happy, or you want to see someone heal and find a solution to their problems, if it's putting you at such a detriment where you've exhausted all of your energy and you can't, you know, do anything for yourself, or you've depleted everything that you have for yourself, you get to be in a situation that, you know, puts you at a detriment. And that's not going to help you get any further in life. That's not going to help you be able to continue to show up for the people who you love. It's just going to put you in a detriment. It's going to put you in a place where you're feeling low and you're feeling depleted. So you have to practice setting those boundaries. And what I've been telling people lately is, like, when you set those boundaries and you're around people who actually respect and love you, they're not going to have a problem with it. If they have a problem with it, what does that tell you? What does that show you if they have a problem with you setting boundaries? What does it tell you silently but very loudly about how they see you and how they feel about you and how they feel about your endeavors and your dreams and your goals and your business and your job and all the things that you want to do? It tells you that they don't care. So let me see. What is this bad habits that came out? Oh my Lord. Did y'all see the card jumped. What happened? Where did it go? Queen of Cups. Yeah, you got a bad habit of basically this has to do with your feelings. You seen that sucker fly across Miss Williams? You seen that sucker fly across the room? That's how fast you be moving. You be damn near breaking your ankles running to go help somebody. Bad habit. You see what I'm saying? Sucker said, pew. What happened? You be breaking your ankles, legs, everything else trying to get over here, trying to help these folks because you love them. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's a flaw. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. What I'm saying is you gotta understand moderation. Everything in moderation, including moderation. You gotta understand how to do that while also maintaining enough self-worth and self-value and enough steam and energy for yourself to where you're not feeling depleted doing all that. You ain't got to get up and jump when these motherfuckers say jump. I don't care who's mad about it. You don't have to get up and jump when folks say jump. You don't have to be the only one pouring into situations. It needs to be equal. There needs to be a level of equal reciprocity. And at times, there may be times where you put more in, and then there's times where you can't put as much in and they put more in. But as long as there's an equal ebb and flow, as long as there's a balanced ebb and flow, it doesn't have to be exactly 50-50. It doesn't have to always be perfect, but it can't just be you. It can't just be you all the time. You cannot be the only one all the time running and jumping. And when they say jump, at the bottom, 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups. So there's something about you being a little bit detached emotionally. There's something here about feeling burdened and stressed. So tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, y'all, okay? When you begin to feel like there's too much on you, or when you begin to feel burdened or stressed about a situation, there's something that is your go-to. I don't know what it is, but you go to a bad habit to detach. Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you go out? Do you drive around at nighttime trying to sort through your thoughts and emotions? What is it that you do when you feel like you're emotionally feeling drained or you're emotionally overwhelmed? Because that's what this is saying needs to stop. That's what Spirit is telling you that you got to work on, because it's distracting you and stealing energy and time away from the things that you really want to do. Because it's making you feel heavy. It's making you feel weighed down. And in the moment, there's this level of gratification because it detaches you from the situation of what you're dealing with. Exactly. Yeah. You said, Nadine said, I sleep. Miss Williams said, drink. Okay. Listen, I'm not judging y'all because I tell y'all all the time, I ain't God and I'm not your mama. So I'm not about to tell you wrong for feeling how you feel. But what I am saying is that Spirit is trying to get you to the point where you see this and you can be like, okay, in the moment when it's happening, when your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your family, your kids, your ex, your baby mama, your baby daddy, when they coming through and stressing you out, they want you to kind of slow down like the Matrix and be like, ooh, they stressing me out. I see that I'm about to go into this same cycle right now. And they want you to identify it. It doesn't necessarily say that you got to stop doing what you're doing cold turkey, because I don't know if that really works for everybody. But what it is saying is like, hey, understand what motivates you and gets you to that point so that you can then kind of pull back a little bit and see it from a higher perspective and work on it. Okay? And work on it. There's also someone in your family The way that there's a person in your family that communicates with you in a certain way that distracts you from what you're working on. So I don't know if they text you at all times of the day and the night. I don't know if they reach out to you or communicate with you while you're at work. I don't know exactly how they're communicating with you, but there's something about how a member of your family communicates with you that stresses you out, makes you feel burdened, makes you kind of get into this very like defensive position, and you may do it subconsciously. Like this could be a parent talking about your weight. This could be somebody critiquing you, judging you about situations. Yep. Only reaching out when it's gossip. That could be it as well. Only reaching out when they have a problem or they want to complain. This fitness card is the Queen of Swords. You got strong feminine energy coming out with these queens. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You see, you know what it is. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. But I do feel like Spirit wants you to, they want you to have the confirmation to know that what you're feeling right now is on point. They want you to have the confirmation to understand like what you've been suspecting is causing you to react a certain way is actually what you think it is, so that you're not second guessing people, so that you're not second guessing yourself, and so that you're not second guessing your decisions. Okay. Wait, you said my mom do that to me. Yeah, and then my mama, she likes to put her bad energy on other people, especially me and my son. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys know what's going on, but you got to figure out how to fix this. And I feel like you can see past the illusion. So you've already taken like steps in the right direction. I don't think this is about you taking steps in the wrong direction. I think this is about you taking steps in the right direction, and Spirit wants you to know that, confirm that, so you continue to take those steps, but also know that there's going to be somebody, I really feel like there's going to be somebody here who's going to try to distract you. The Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Yes. Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. Both cards are about forward progress, detaching from things that no longer serve you, moving forward towards a better option, right? I'm not the type of person who's going to indulge your bullshit, but I'm also not the type of person who's going to be delusional and feed you delusions, right? I'm going to tell you what you need to know to protect yourself from energy vampires, from succubus energies. I'm going to tell you what you need to know to break cycles and curses that have been repetitive in your life for many, many years, possibly even past lives. Because at the end of the day, we want to move forward. This is not the year to be fucking playing. This is not the year to allow any of these things to continue, even if it's something you got to work on within yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're willing to do the work that you need to do within yourself to make progress personally, you're already 10 steps ahead of the next person or whoever's trying to do the same thing as you. There's something that you guys want to accomplish, and you're worried about the competition, not in a way that says you're not confident in yourself, but in a way where you know that there's so many other things, like there's an inundation, like you're inundated with options, or you're inundated with people, or the people who you want to appeal to, or the thing that you're trying to do is like inundated with other people who are doing that thing. But if you take the steps that you need to take to work on you and to stop worrying about what the next person has going on, you're already 10 steps ahead of all those other people who are in the position that you want to be in. You're 10 steps ahead of all the other people who are vying for that same position. Right? And you guys are being guided towards a calmer existence. Right now, there's something that you know is causing disruption in your life. You're already working on it. Whether it's your weight, whether it's your eating habits. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, so please seek a professional. Legally, I can't give you any advice on that, so I'm just saying that. But you already know that there's an issue. you're working on the solution, or you've already found the solution and you're starting to apply it. You're making progress. You're moving forward. And here go a motherfucker trying to distract you. So what is this theft card for Pisces? Y'all hit the hearts for me. Ooh, where we at? We got 5.7K hearts, you guys. Thank you. Okay, I see you. Listen, y'all hit the hearts for your girl. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 10K, and it's not easy. I am a Pisces just like y'all, and more than that, I'm a human just like you guys. So I just try to work hard and help people as best I can, do the best I can in life to treat people how I want to be treated. So if y'all could help me by following me and hitting the hearts, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Oh, pal, you're watching from the Philippines. Oh, cool. I always wanted to visit the Philippines. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but maybe one day. What's this theft for Pisces? Oh my. 7 of Wands. Ooh, see what I'm saying? The Magician and the 8 of Pentacles. See what I'm saying? That's why I said it's some boundaries that need to be set. It's some boundaries that need to be set. Because somebody thinks, I'm going to tell y'all right now. And I'm going to tell you why. So don't get in your feelings about it, right? Because I'm not trying to hurt your feelings when I say this. But I feel like a true measure of love is someone who tells you the truth versus giving you honeyed lies. Right? I don't want to be the bitch that gives y'all honey lies. I would rather give you a bitter truth than a sweet lie. So what I'm going to tell you right now, there's a person that sees you working on something. Look, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. Look at you. You're basically like Thomas, the little engine that could, okay? You're going at it. You're going at it. You're going at it. Every single day, you're putting in work, right? And you're making progress because the 8 of Pentacles is nothing to frown at. The 8 of Pentacles is no small accomplishment. It's a large accomplishment. You literally only got 2 pentacles. You really only got a little bit more to go. You're damn near there already. And you're manifesting and you're using the power that God gives you. And I'm not saying God like religiously. God, source, spirit, universe, whoever you pray to. You're using the power that you get from source. And you're channeling it. Look, I'm sweating. I'm hot, y'all. It don't make no sense that it's dang near 80 degrees in January, okay? But you're using all of this energy to pull from the universe and pull down what you need from source to manifest and use the tools at your disposal to manifest security and stability in your position, whatever that may be, whatever this is that you're working on that you know you need to work on, right? But as you're doing that, there's someone here, and don't get offended, who is trying to manipulate you with distractions or trying to put distractions in your face because they know that you don't stick to your word. They know that you be talking shit. They know that you say that you're going to do something and that you say you want things to go a certain way, and then you go back to whatever was going on before. You do the complete opposite. You don't keep it up. You don't follow through. You don't finish what you start. When you say you're not going to ever speak to them again, you go and reach out to them. When you say you're not going to speak to them again and they reach out to you, you answer. When you say stop doing this, stop doing that, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that, they know you full of shit. You can be mad at me if you want to, right? And this may not be something that you plan on continuing. But this is why this person feels the audacity to be able to come and try you when it comes to what it is that you're trying to accomplish. This is why this person feels audaciously able to try to distract you or steal energy from you when they know that you're working hard to achieve a goal. And it's not like it's for a bad reason, because I know deep down in your heart, more than likely you may be inconsistent because you're very sensitive. Like, things happen. It affects your emotions. You get into a headspace where you're questioning yourself. You've probably been through a lot. You've probably been in places and gone through experiences in your life that have made it difficult for you to commit to yourself. It's made it difficult for you to do things for yourself that you know you need to do because of everything else that you've had to fight through and everybody else's burdens that you had to bear and everything else that you were forced to be responsible for, either through your own actions or other people's actions, that it's made you be this way, right? And I'm not chastising you about that, but what I'm saying is now it's beginning to create a problem because you've got a manipulative ass person who thinks that they can block you from accomplishing your goal. Okay, so y'all ignore the people talking, but that's why the boundaries need to be set, because somebody is doing something in the background on the back end to manipulate your mind, to manipulate your emotions. Okay, they're manipulating your mind, swords, your emotions, cups, your actions, pentacles, and wands is actions as well, or possibly even your finances. Okay, come sending all this energy towards you, and more than likely it's through some type of communication, whether it's subliminal or verbal. Okay, so what does Spirit want you to know? Let's see, what do they want you to know when it comes to this information so that you can be equipped with what you need? Because the only reason why I say it is because I'd rather for you to be prepared than to be scared. I'd rather for you to have the tools that you need at your disposal to resolve the problem than to continue banging your head against the wall, okay? And people who care about you are going to do that. And I might not know you, but I'm a Pisces, and I know, like, in general as a human, you know, when people are going through something and they keep at it over and over and over again, and there's no resolution, it becomes frustrating and it becomes really hard to deal with. So thank you to everybody who's following me. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for the 10K likes. Come on, okay? Thank you guys so much. Hold on, wait. Shout out to Bonnie. I really appreciate you, Bonnie. Shout out to Nadine. I really appreciate you guys, okay? Yeah. Because then, and that's another thing, Miss Williams, shout out to you as well. Look, I'm sweaty, child. I'm trying not to be sweat. But anyway, like, that's also what happens too. Like, when you get frustrated with people, you know, sometimes when people are frustrated, right? Especially as a Pisces, you bottle it up, you bottle it up, you bottle it up, and you're like a Coke bottle or a can of a pop. And that's what you do. You pop off because it starts to build and build and build, and you don't do anything with the energy, and it starts to pop. Okay, I do feel, though, what I will say with whoever this is that's manipulating or trying to manipulate you in the situation, you are transmuting the energy. You know what's going on. You can feel it. And I feel like you're focusing a lot of that into your work, or that's what your spirit team wants you to do. So let's see. What is it that you want Pisces to know about this situation, Spirit? What is the most important message? Okay, yeah. That's what it is. 8 of Pentacles again. They want you to focus all of that and, like, literally anger, right? Fear, sadness, anxiety, FOMO, you know, whatever it is that feels like it's forcing itself on you, whatever this energy is that you can sense is kind of like forcing itself onto you, pour it into your work, right? There was something that happened, and I will say this new year has been kind of draining, but it's not bad. Like, there was something that happened to me before the new year, and I was like, I was so pissed off. Like, I was so angry. And I was just like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I was really angry at somebody because when I tried to show this person the benefit of the doubt. And in my spirit, I was like, you know, because I've been able to change, I know that, you know, sometimes other people can change. And because I was thinking about my child and my child's needs, I was trying to put my child's needs above my own. I'll leave it at that. I ain't gonna tell y'all all my business, but y'all can clock the T. I was trying to put my child's needs above my own, and I was trying to put my pride and my ego aside to put my child's needs above mine and do what was best for them. Because thus far, I feel like I've been doing what's best for them. But I was like, okay, it's about to be a new year. Let me just, put my best foot forward, try to put my ego aside. And boy, did I get slapped in the face. Not literally, okay? Because, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you if it was literal. But basically, I was just shown by this person that they were still on that same time. They were still on that same type of time that they was on before. And I was so mad. Came home. And, I was like, I usually like kind of stew in situations, Pisces. Like, I don't know if you guys kind of stew in situations. You be just simmering on the stove, but I was stewing on it. And I'm like, you know what? Instead of me being upset and hurting myself, or not like that, I would never do that. If somebody ever says I did that, they lying, okay? Because I would never harm myself. But I'm saying, like, instead of making a decision like getting a bottle or doing something that was counterproductive, eating too much, stress eating, things like that, I was like, I'm gonna sit down at this desk and I'm gonna film, bitch. I'm going to sit down at this desk and I'm going to do a bunch of readings. I'm going to sit down at this desk and I'm going to do back end work that I have to do. I'm going to work on catching up on, my taxes and getting my deductions in order and getting all my paperwork together. I'm going to work on something. Cause I'll be good and goddamned if your bitch ass think you going to stress out my motherfucking day. Right? When in the past, I would have sat in my bed, stress eating. I probably would have went to the gas station, got bags of chips, got honey buns, sat here and ate all that shit away and made myself even I'm a big back now. I like me some food. I ain't gonna hold you. But I would have done it in a counterproductive or destructive way. It's nothing wrong with you going out with your friends and having you a little cocktail. It's nothing wrong with you, doing whatever you do if you decide to do it, because I ain't your mama, right? But the intention, I'm trying to hip y'all to some tea. The intention behind you doing it, the motivation behind you doing it, the reason why you step into doing it at the moment that you choose to do it is what determines the outcome. And if you decide, hey, I want to go to the gas station and have a honey bun today because I got a hankering for a honey bun. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you go and get that honey bun because somebody made you mad and you don't want to deal with the feelings, that creates the bigness of your back. Knocking down my crystals. So listen, I'm not trying to yell at y'all because I be getting passionate. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it. I get passionate. But that is what Spirit is trying to basically show you. So it's like all of that culmination, it's like the circle of life, the circle of energy, the momentum that builds. They want you to know that something that you're working on is about to be very successful, or something that you're working on is headed towards a space of like legacy, right? The productivity that you're putting into a goal that you've set for yourself, or like the momentum that you've gained from investing in something that you're very passionate about or that you're very good at, is about to pay off for a lot of you guys. King of Cups is at the bottom and the Knight of Cups. You can see it. Your higher self is showing you the future, right? And it's not like you're a newbie or a novice. It's not like this is your first rodeo in the situation. But I also feel like a lot of you guys are in a transitional phase where you're kind of working through some things with people, and you're working through some situations and experiences maybe with other people, but maybe with yourself, maybe with the energies and the entities that are floating around. But you're working through all of these situations and you're at this point where you're in the middle. It's kind of like a tug of war that's going on between where you've been and where you're going to be in the near future. And if you've come to find me, then that more than likely will resonate with you if you've come across my channel. So it's like you're not necessarily just starting out, but you're also not at the finish line yet. And it's like Spirit wants you to know that because you're in this kind of like limbo status, you're still susceptible to a lot of the things that could possibly try to drag you under. And they want you to stay really focused on your goals. And also with this King of Cups, manage your emotions, manage the way that you feel, understand what's triggering you to feel the way that you feel, understand how your reactions and responses play a role in the decisions that you make, and understand what causes those reactions and emotions to even come up in the first place. Okay. You're working on something that you can see a future with, or you can see yourself doing it in the future for a long time. Yeah, the Page of Cups, really strong energy. This could be about fathers and children. This could be about your relationship to a masculine energy specifically. Some of you have a brother or a sister or a sibling or someone who may have had an impact on your life, or masculine energy who had a really strong impact on your life. I feel like there was someone who you grew up with as a child, possibly a teenager, who helped you understand your emotions at some point or another, or they helped to mentor you when it comes to your emotions. It may not be a family member. It could be like somebody who you went to summer camp and, you know, maybe they were a camp counselor or something. I don't see it as inappropriate. I don't know if this person is still alive or if they're like speaking to me from a different place. But yeah, their Seven of Wands is at the bottom again in the Fool card. You're determined to bring a dream that you have to fruition, and for all of your work to pay off. And I feel like you can see, because you're intuitive, you can see the pathway. You can see the different like timelines of you reaching that goal, whether it's direct or whether you take different avenues, because it's technically, you're going to reach your goal, right? You're going to reach your goal regardless. But how you get there and how long it takes you is going to be dependent on how you choose to react and respond to what's going on around you, and the decisions that you make ultimately from those reactions and those responses. So it's like you see something working out really well, and I feel like it is going to work out for you, but it's all about what you focus on and what takes priority in your headspace, right? Yeah, I feel like somebody's trying to get you to focus on something that doesn't actually matter, okay? What's hidden from Pisces that you want them to know, Spirit? Four of Pentacles reverse, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Swords. What is this? What? Okay, so, okay, Pisces, there's a strategy that someone has here. And then the Four of Swords, you see, these are not traditional cards, but you see the Four of Swords under here, and then you see the Four of Swords right there. You could be dealing with a Libra strongly, possibly Aquarius or Gemini, maybe even a Taurus, but I feel maybe a Scorpio too. Water sign energy, we saw all those, the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, King of Cups. This is interesting because I feel like I don't want to even, okay, it's certain things that I be thinking and I be hearing in my head, but I really shouldn't say. I don't want them to ban me on this platform, but what I will say, It's like there's something that somebody needs to tell you that they're not telling you. Child, don't tell me to just say it. Are you gonna pay my bills if they shut my shit down? Like, okay, check yourself. I'm just joking, but no, it's this weird energy where I feel like there's something that somebody's not telling you. Okay, so I'm gonna also tell y'all this. When I read, because of the way that I read, it's like the message that Spirit is trying to deliver to you is acted out through me because I'm very theatrical. So you see how I was just like hesitating to say something. And I think that's how somebody is kind of acting. What's hidden is that there's something that somebody needs to tell you, but they're not telling you. And it's like they're purposefully not telling you to hurt you or so that you believe some type of lie that's not true. And I feel like whatever this lie is that they want you to believe, or whatever this illusion is that they want you to believe, or whatever this distraction is that they want you to focus on versus actually just coming out and saying whatever this is that like it's like they're doing it because they don't ever want you to have clarity. They constantly want you to be in this position of like waiting for them to apologize or waiting for them to make peace, waiting for them to work on something. And I feel like this person is not going to release you. This is what I was hesitating to say. This person is not going to release you until you are like this at the service, going down to the fume, if you get what I'm saying. If they had it their way, they would hold on to you for the rest of their life or the rest of your life. Okay? I feel like somebody may also plan to tell you whatever they've been keeping from you, but they're not going to tell you until they're like on their D bed, you know, their end of days bed. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Terrence. I appreciate that. That was so sweet. And thank you guys for the 13K likes. Y'all keep hitting them hearts. I'm gonna come. I keep saying I'm gonna come live more often, but for real, y'all, I had to get through the new year. I am gonna be on here often. So be sure to follow me, okay? Let me see though. What's this Four of Pentacles reversed for what's hidden? The King of Pentacles. Okay, this is a person who's stuck in their ways. They're used to things going the way that they want it to go, or they're used to things being a certain way. Okay, they're used to things being a certain way. They're used to things working out the way that they expect them to work out. I also feel like this person could be somebody who has a tendency to be very stingy, or somebody who has a tendency to be very like selfish or stubborn. And if it's like they feel like if they don't want to do something, they're not going to do it. Ace of Wands and the Magician. See, this is who it is. Some of you guys, it could be an Aries. Some of you guys, it could be a Gemini. Some of you, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Possibly a Libra or an Aquarius. Okay. So that's any earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, any air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Libra, strong Gemini. And for some of you, it could be a Scorpio for whatever reason, or they have a strong like Scorpio placement, or something could have happened during Scorpio season. But this person has a goal. This King of Pentacles is motivated by something. They're motivated by something to take the action that they take, or to manipulate the situation in the way that they want to manipulate it, right? Because there's a certain goal that they want to achieve, and that Seven of Swords is the strategy that they use, which is a strategy of manipulation to do things behind the scenes, to take secret action, okay, to kind of like, you know, puppeteer. It kind of feels like somebody is trying to pull the puppet strings in your life and manipulate situations to get you motivated to do things, or to get you to respond in a certain way that benefits them. And it's because they distract you somehow from what you should be focusing on by giving you information that you don't really need. Right? It's kind of like, oh, if somebody is keeping a secret from you, they tell you a secret or gossip about somebody else, because we were talking about gossip earlier, instead of telling you the gossip that they're having with somebody else about you. right? So if you got a friend that you kind of, maybe you're not sure if you could really trust them, or you're not sure if they're really on your team, it's like they tell you other things to keep your confidence in them, but they don't tell you what they actually should be telling you that would actually show that they are your friend or that they are an ally in your life. And I don't know if do y'all get what I'm saying with that? Because sometimes I know it might sound confusing. I feel like this person knows that you're motivated to achieve a goal, or they know that you want to accomplish something, but whatever this is that you want to accomplish, or whatever this is that you're trying to do, whatever goal you want to reach, is going to throw some type of wrench in their plans. Because either you're going to find out whatever it is that they're hiding from you, or you aren't going to be as available to them when they quote unquote need you or want you to step in for them. So they build trust with you by, I guess, letting you in on things that maybe other people don't know, or they claim other people don't know, but it's not really what's important. Okay. What's Pisces energy in this situation? Your energy is the Seven of Swords reversed. So it's like, while they're being sneaky with you, you're being very honest. While they're, possibly being a little bit manipulative with their communication, you're being straightforward. And I think it's like they want you to think that they're doing the same thing too, but that's not actually what they're doing. I also feel like a lot of you guys can see through this, like with the Seven of Swords reversed. Whatever they think they're doing with this Magician energy, they keep getting blocked. They keep being prevented or blocked from distracting you or getting you off course. So even if, like, for a moment they get your attention, right? So for example, if somebody who kind of like drains your energy, they send you a text message while you're working on something or while you're focusing on something important. You may be on the treadmill at the gym trying to get your steps in because you want to reach this goal of your target weight, right? They may text you or reach out to you, and they know that when you see their name pop up on your phone, or when you see their number pop up on your phone, they know they cause you to have a certain reaction. They know that you feel a certain way about something because you're being honest with them. So they reach out to you knowing that they could possibly create a problem by reaching out, but they do it anyway. And even for a moment, if they're able to have your attention for a moment, they're able to feel like the battery getting full. They're able to feel their batteries recharging in some way. I know it sounds weird, but that's how this shit goes, right? That's why people say, sometimes you got to block people, because even their name or their face or their number popping up on your phone could send psychic energy to them that makes them feel like, oh, they saw it. Ooh, they looking, ooh, and it's like, your energy is like, no, I see that. You know what's going on. Star card, Hermit, and the Seven of Swords reversed. You could have strong Virgo placements, okay? Because this is a reading technically for Pisces, but you could also resonate with this if you have Pisces in your chart. But you may also have strong Virgo placements, strong Aquarius placements, and you're focusing on something. And you're going within, kind of like sitting with yourself. You're not really socializing a whole lot. You're not really reaching out to people. I feel like you're searching for information, or you're searching for clarity, or you are in a place where you're extremely focused on figuring out a strategy that's going to work for you. That's where your energy is at. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. You could definitely have ghosted somebody, okay? Or you confirm that you're not getting as much from a relationship as they're getting out of it. It's like there's a confirmation here that you're lacking something when it comes to this relationship, or you received the short end of the stick, pretty much. This is a confirmation that you've been receiving the short end of a stick because of the financial conflicts that you're having. Okay. Thank you so much, somebody. Because of the financial. Oh, look at right here. And right it. That was so cute. It'd be so funny, y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you. Wait, I can't see. Luz Diviana. Thank you, boo. That was so cute. Listen, but that's what this is about. It's like there's a money conflict, or there's like an exhaustion issue, or there's some type of physical. Okay, Jose, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, you guys. That's so sweet. But yeah, like this is what you've confirmed. So you already know what you already know the tea. You already know what's up, okay? And I think that because you've confirmed this, it's revealed whatever strategy someone is trying to implement, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Terrence. Thank you as well, Jose. I appreciate that. It's confirmed the strategy already. So I think that it's like Spirit wants you to know that whatever someone is doing is not going to affect you. So therefore, right? Remember what I said about the text messages popping up? Okay. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Oh, yes. That's so cool. Thank you for the share. Thank you for the repost. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh my God. It's so cute. Okay. That was so cute. The little bear. That was so cute. That reminds me of that filter that used to be on Snapchat. You guys. Hey, dance break. Look, praise break. You know, you know how they be in church and they be like, and they be like, praise break in the middle of the preaching, in the middle of the sermon, praise break. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. That was so sweet. I am hot. Y'all, I'm in the South, and it's hot in the South, right? It is hot in the South. Thank you, Lady Jazz. Shout out to you, Lady Jazz. Let me make sure I didn't miss nobody. Thank you, Terrence, the kitties. They were so cute. Yes. But y'all, I'm in the South, and it's usually hot. You know, it's usually pretty warm. It doesn't really get super cold. But when I tell you it's hot as balls, and I don't understand why. Thank you, somebody. Thank you. Oh, Bella. Thank you. That was so cute. Yes, y'all, I've been playing in makeup lately because that's what I enjoy. And I think that's kind of like what this is about too. So like when we were talking about the text messages, and sometimes you got to block people. Sometimes you got to cut people off. Sometimes you have to completely remove them from your space so that they don't affect you. Okay. And when you do that, you guys, you'll be able to prevent this like psychic connection from actually like hitting them. Like they won't be able to reach you. You won't see their name pop up. So there won't be a reaction energetically that they receive. And I think that's kind of like what you guys have kind of done. I feel like y'all have gone MIA. Is your name, Pinup? I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. Monroe? You got that real impressive font. Okay. Hey, boo. Thank you. That's what it is, though. You peep game on it. And I feel, yes, Pinup Savvy Monroe. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Shout out to you, boo. Thank you. Look, that's what y'all have figured out. You figured out that it doesn't work. So Spirit is basically telling you, since you figured it out what they're doing, you don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to think about what they're doing. You don't even have to think about what they're going to try to do next. You don't have to think about what they're planning or how to avoid whatever they're doing. It's already been blocked. Okay, so we pretty much done, y'all. Let me just see what the energy is around you. What's the energy around Pisces at this time? Ooh, child. Is there another water sign around you? Some of y'all, this is that mama that we were talking about earlier who is out of balance. This could also be somebody who's trying to put you in this energy. This could also be a person who's another water sign, a Scorpio or a Cancer, or another Pisces who's out of balance, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody's out of balance. 6 of Wands. Two of Swords. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We was talking about this earlier. So I'm going to just give y'all an example of the energy around you. This is a person around you who wants you to see yourself in reverse. This is somebody around you who wants to see yourself in reverse. They're doing their best to get your attention so that they can do something that affects your self-esteem, or do something to trigger you to do a thing that devalues yourself. Like I said, that example that I gave where I was talking about going to the store to get the honey bun because I was mad versus going to the store to get the honey bun because I have a sweet tooth. This is a person who tries to get your attention on things that are like negative qualities about yourself, or they try to get you to focus on bad things that you've done in the past, or they try to get you to see yourself in an inverted kind of like mirror magic, house of mirrors way. Because they don't want you to see. What do they not want you to see? This 6 of Wands, right? So if you have a mother or a father or a parent, or, you know, even somebody who you thought was your friend, who knows that you're trying to lose weight, and they know you're going to the gym every day, and they know you're working out and really trying to eat right, they will basically focus on like negative things about yourself that are outdated. They'll focus on negative things about yourself that no longer align with who you are, to try to keep you from being able to see your success and your progress. This is the energy around you. They want to put your attention on negative things, or put your attention on things that no longer resonate with you, so that you lose focus. I think a lot of you guys are about to win, or you're about to succeed. So for example, if you're going to the gym and your mom is a bitch, keeping it a bean, or your dad is an asshole, they may try to say, oh, you know, you've been going to the gym, you've lost like 20 pounds, you feel good, you looking good. Then you go around this person and they're like, did you do something to your face, or did you do your makeup differently? Did you do your makeup differently today? That outfit really doesn't flatter you. Knowing damn well they see that 20 pounds you just lost. But they ignore your success. They ignore your victories. They don't want to acknowledge the things that you've accomplished. They don't want to acknowledge where you're winning at, because then that will break the illusion that they're trying to create to manipulate how you feel about yourself. Okay, so we about to go, but I'm gonna get one more oracle deck for you guys before we go, because we've been in here I don't know how long, child. Maybe about 45 minutes. I don't know, but I'm gonna get. let's get one of these. Let's just figure out if Spirit has anything else that they want you to know. Jazz, I'm gonna be back. Y'all follow me. I'm trying to get to 10K, you guys. I really am like trying to work hard to get to that 10K. And you guys are really making a huge difference. Thank you, period. Oh my God, wait, it's going so fast. Yes, I'm a Pisces too. Whitney? Yes, Whitney, thank you. Somebody, thank you. Thank you to all you guys who were really so like supportive in this live. I really appreciate it. I'm a March Pisces. I'm not gonna tell you. Jazz, how you gonna be telling my business? Damn. How you gonna be telling my business, Jazz? You must be from that other platform over there. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Yes, I'm March 2nd. I sure am. Proud to be a crazy March Pisces. You get what I'm saying? Period. Shout out to all my March and February Pisces, because we love y'all all the same. I have so many February Pisces like comrades, you guys. It's crazy. Yes, my subbies. Okay, come on. Yes, okay, yes. I remember you. Okay, wait. Listen, somebody said Jose said stay in here for another 5 hours, baby. Y'all gonna have to run me some money. Candace, check the link in my bio. The link is always in my bio, and you can book a reading, and you can also check out my channel. Everything is in the link in my bio. Yes, you did. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, thank you, Terrence. Okay, so let's see, y'all. I'm trying to get to 10K over here. You get what I'm saying? So that I can bounce back and forth. Bounce. Okay. Right, run me some money. If y'all want me to stay here for 5 hours, that's just what we're going to have to do. Okay, let's see anything else. Thank you, guys. Let's see anything else that Spirit wants you to know when it comes to this situation. Because what I feel, we're going to summarize overall what we've talked about this whole time, is that you're on your way to reaching a goal. You've cut out a lot of distractions. You're focusing on reaching your goal. You've realized and identified that there's an illusion. You've seen through the illusion. You understand that it stems from somebody's communication or how they speak to you, how they communicate with you psychically or verbally, and the ways that they try to basically distract you or deviate you from your focus. And what Spirit wants you to know about that is that now that you've identified it, you can completely stop thinking about it, stop worrying about it, stop focusing on it altogether, to completely remove the distractions or completely remove the blockages and just shoot straight off towards your goal so that you can reach the point of success. Okay. Now, anything else that Spirit wants you to, oh my God, right when let me do this little funky ass puzzle, y'all. Hold on. All right, there we go. I had to do that little raggedy puzzle. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else Pisces needs to know when it comes to these messages, Spirit? Oh, wow. 2 cards came out. Before I look at these cards, you guys, we're almost at 20K likes. Y'all shoot it on up. Let's get to that 20K, okay? Let's get to them 20K likes, okay? And work on the 10K followers. And I will be here live more often because it's the new year, and that was a part of my resolution. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you're just coming in now, okay, I will be live again more frequently, okay? Just so you know. So the 2 cards that came out for what else you guys need to know after all of that summarization, the butterfly, evolving and growth, next phase, healing the inner child, and releasing the past. This is what you're doing. This is what you guys are doing right here. You are healing the past. You're releasing the pain. You're releasing the tension. Okay? Yes, we got the 20K likes, you guys. We did it. We got the 20K likes right there. Yes, thank you guys. Oh my God, thank you guys so much. This is you though. Thank you, Cynthia. Period. Just like we reached that goal so fast, it was immediately. That's the same thing that y'all are about to do. That's the same thing that y'all are going to be able to say for yourself. Go ahead now and start preparing. Go ahead now and start patting yourself on the back for your hard work paying off. Because Spirit is they're preparing you for the next phase. Okay? This is your evolutionary cycle, and you don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel down. You don't have to feel ashamed about anything that you had to go through. Even if you felt like you were kind of like knocked off your pedestal, Because that could be what somebody's bringing up to fuck you up as well. Excuse my French. But that could be what somebody's bringing up to try to keep you down. They could be reminding you of a time where, oh, you used to do this and you used to do that. And oh, you used to be this, to try to make you feel like you've fallen so far. But in reality, whatever left your life was never meant to be in your life, or whatever situations were happening the way they were happening were required to change or evolve, because Spirit wanted you to have the most concrete foundation. Look at this man back. Now you gonna tell me this man ain't got a firm foundation in that bike? You gonna tell me this man foundation ain't firm? No, that foundation is firm, baby. You can't tell him nothing. He could slap you. He could slap you in the next week if he wanted to. Okay, come on, somebody. So at the end of the day, even if somebody is trying to make you feel like you failed or like you weren't successful when it comes to what it is that you've been working on, that's a lie, because your process is your process. What you're meant to do and the way you're meant to do it is going to be unique to you no matter what. No one else is going to be the same as you. So while they're comparing you to what they see other people doing because it affects their pride and ego, you shouldn't have to worry about that. Right? Ride that motherfucking train. Ride that cowboy. Ride it, cowboy. Y'all, I'm corny as hell. I'm a millennial. I'm corny as hell. I love it too. But that's what Spirit wants you to know, that you're evolving and you're doing it the way that they saw. It's like when I said at the beginning that you guys were traveling different roads and ultimately you're going to reach your destination. It just depends on like the path that you take and the actions you make that determine, when you get there. That's what this is about. It's about following your own path. The second card that came out is the endings. We're just going to say endings, but y'all see what it says. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform, which we also have the growth on the butterfly card, along with what's done is done. But you guys see what it says. I'm trying to be cautious. What's done is done. Okay. So this is basically Spirit's way of saying that a cycle is completely over with. And there's no way that whoever this petty, raggedy, hateful, envious, jealous, prideful, egotistical, audacious person can do to bring you back into a cycle that you've already healed from. They don't have that type of power. So you need to mentally understand that they don't have that type of power, because they're making you think, or trying to make you think, that they do. And that's what Spirit wants you to know, that you've evolved from the things that have come to an end because they were meant to come to an end. And instead of wallowing in self-pity and throwing a victim party, which them bitches ain't fun, you decided to get up and work on whatever you needed to work on, so that when you were given the opportunity again by God, source, universe, Spirit, whoever you pray to, when the opportunity came around again and they presented it to you, you were going to be ready. And that's the promise that you made to yourself. I'm also getting psychically that some of you guys need to know that there could be a situation that appeared to be over so that someone could be shown for who they really are. Because you had somebody out there who was perpetrating as a supporter. They were perpetrating to you as if they had your back. You more than likely knew that something was going on, but you more than likely wanted to give this person love. You more than likely wanted to understand them. You wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, and you did not want to falsely accuse them for being some type of way towards you. But deep down, you felt like the relationship would end once you evolve, or you felt for some reason that they weren't completely on your level, right? And this is not to be arrogant, but I'm just being real. You know who is ready to evolve with you, and you know who's not ready to evolve with you. And I don't think you wanted to leave this person. I don't think you wanted to jilt this person. I don't think that you guys had the heart to really disconnect from them. Even though you knew that they may not be ready to evolve, you didn't have the heart to disconnect with them. And Spirit had to create a situation where their true colors could come out so that you wouldn't feel bad about kicking their ass to the curb. That's what some of y'all need to know about this situation. You had to see the ugliest side of a person. You had to see the worst parts of a person so that you could finally be okay with leaving them exactly where you found them. Because if you had not seen this side of them and you had not been exposed to who they really are, you may have continued to drag them around forever. And that would have put you at a detriment, okay? Now, the chaser says fear of abandonment, chasing, and codependencies at the bottom. And then you have, wow, the dragonfly and the butterfly. Interesting. You might be seeing a lot of butterflies or dragonflies. That could be confirmation. Then you have love call, expressing love, message of love, thinking of you, informing you. Oh my God. So just get ready, y'all. Prepare for this person to chase you, be blowing up your phone, calling you. And I'm just telling you right now, don't feel bad about putting your phone on D&D. Don't feel bad about specifically D&Ding somebody or blocking somebody. Listen, ain't nobody got time for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. So if you gotta protect your peace, protect your peace. Because look what just came out with the endings and the butterfly. Look what just came out with that. This means that whatever this is, whoever this is a drain on your life. And more than likely, the reason why you guys want to get rid of these bad habits or whatever these bad habits are that have been making you feel bad about yourself or that you've been wanting to kind of like kick or reframe or whatever have come from this person. It's like you're taking on spiritual karma or you're taking on this spiritual baggage from a person that never even belonged to you in the first place because they have tried to fuse themselves to you. And whatever you feel is attaching you to this person is not actually attaching you at the level you think it is. That's what they want you to think. It's just the amount of time that this has been going on. I feel this could even be somebody, like I said, it's either a parent, it's a family member, because for some of you, either you have a family with them, you have children with them, you were married to them, or, you know, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever. Or this is somebody who you grew up with, or they are a family tie. Maybe you didn't even grow up with them. This could be somebody who is just a person in your family, and you feel like because you honor family that you should honor the connection. And that shit ain't, that ain't it. Because the entire time that you've invested in this person, or when it comes to this person, there's been nothing but disappointment. There's been nothing but rejection. There's been nothing but pain. And even though there may have been good times here and there, scattered and sprinkled in between, it's not enough to validate you remaining in the investment. It's not enough to substantiate you investing more time and energy into whatever this is. Okay. So I'm going to just get an advice card for y'all real quick. And we're going to be back on here. What? Y'all got to let me know. Y'all want me to come live every day? Y'all want me to come live every other day? Y'all want me to really be on here? Are y'all going to really be on here? I don't know. We gonna Nah, but for real, I am going to go live more frequently, you guys. So be sure to follow me if you have not already. Shout out to everybody who was in here doing a big one. We got 23.4K likes. Oh, Candace, I'm glad I popped up on your For You page too. I'm trying to see. Yes, somebody, come on. Wait, I'm trying to see. Okay. They don't let me see everybody on the list. Why is that? It's so confusing. I still be trying to figure this shit out. Oh my Lord. I'll be trying to figure it out. Anyway, we're going to get advice. I appreciate all of you guys who were in here contributing. Okay, Miss Williams and Nadine started it off strong. Jazz is in here. Jose was in here. Somebody was being somebody. Okay. Okay, Pinup. I remember you was in here. Yes, ma'am. Okay, beautiful. Yes, Terrence was in here too. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. And if I forgot your name, please forgive me. It's not, don't charge it to my heart. Okay. I don't know how to use this. I see your pictures up there, but I can't click on it. Only showed me one person. I be trying, y'all. I'm going to work on it. We're going to figure it out as time goes on. But let me get some advice for you guys. I am going to be live more often, so just make sure you're following me, okay? Thank you guys so much. Okay, let's see. What's the advice? Spirit, what is the advice overall for Pisces when it comes to everything we discussed this evening? Ooh, okay. Let's get it. Yes, thank you guys. Okay, look. Y'all didn't hear my other phone. Wait, you guys, that was scary. Oh, I didn't get over there fast enough. Okay, so let me tell y'all what, that's just scared the shit out of me. Hold on. My other phone that I used to use to film videos, but that I don't really use anymore because it's an older phone. I gave it to my son, but I took it away from him recently because I just felt like it was distracting him. It's sitting on my bed. And when I said spirit, okay, I was waiting to see if it was going to do it again. When I said that, you know, that lady popped up and started talking. And she was repeating what I said. That was weird. That hasn't happened in years. And Jazz, I know you remember back on YouTube when I would do the readings, because I know you've been around for a while. You remember when I used to do them and she would always start talking and being nosy in my motherfucking business? You remember that. I know you do. And it would always happen. And it would be the weirdest thing. Yes. It would be the weirdest thing. And I would be like, why? Because I didn't even say that. I said spirit. And it's like, see, it doesn't happen all the time, but it'll happen at specific times. What does that mean? I think that's kind of like an example of how someone kind of tries to infiltrate your space and infiltrate your energy and maybe even mimic you, because she repeated what I said. So just be aware of whatever. Okay, just be aware of yourself. Be aware of who you're around. Be aware of how other people bounce off of you to get you to do things that they want you to do, or to get you to have a certain response or reaction. You said I whispered in the kitchen and she heard me. Exactly. It's a spirit in there. Thank you, Nurse D. Be aware. Yes, self-awareness for sure. Be aware of how in this particular time that you are transitioning and kind of walking through this purgatory of your past versus your future. Be aware of how people bounce off of your energy, or how you feel around people, or really like what's going on when it comes to you being influenced to take certain action. Because I really feel that someone is trying to emulate or copy or mimic your energy. Because I kind of said this in the beginning where I said, what's your energy? You're being honest. You're being truthful. You're being clear with someone and telling the truth. And they're mimicking your energy. Oh, this is how it looks when Pisces is telling the truth. This is how it looks when Pisces is being honest. This is how it looks when Pisces is, being transparent. This is how it looks when they do this. This is how it looks when they do that. If I mimic it and mirror it back to them, they're going to see me as authentic. They're going to see me as honest. They're going to see me as somebody who they can trust. They're going to see me as somebody who they can tell their business to. And if you're not careful, that shit will trick you. Thank you, Allison. Okay, so let me read the advice. It says, no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. And we talked about the road that you're going to take. So no matter what's going on, believe without a shadow of a motherfucking doubt that you are going to reach your destination, because you are. You already have. The higher version of yourself, your future self, knows that you are close to achieving your goal or reaching your destination, and you are helping yourself navigate to that bitch. You are helping yourself get to that point. You are helping yourself get through all of these different threats and distractions that are trying to pop up to stop you from getting there. But if you know that you're your biggest cheerleader and you know that your spirit team is supporting you, there's no doubt that should be in your mind about whether or not you're going to be able to get where you need to go. Now at the bottom, okay, opportunities will soon knock at your door. Knocking at my door. Okay. Debt will be wiped clean. Swoop. All your bills will be paid in full. Paid. Your finances are about to change. That's the advice. That's the basis as to why Spirit wants you to believe yourself unrelentingly. Okay? And finally, in the near future, a chapter in your life is coming to an end. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of control or out of your control and move forward. There are more beautiful things ahead than any you leave behind. Okay, let's ride it on out of here, baby. So listen. You don't have to be afraid of what's coming next. You don't have to be afraid of who can't come with you. You don't have to be afraid and worried about retaliation. All you got to do is keep your eyes peeled on what's in front of you and move forward. Right. Giddy up. Giddy up on that. Anyway, I'm just playing, y'all. But I appreciate you being here for the live. I'm about to release 3 more Pisces videos. I got 3 more Pisces videos ready to upload for you guys. So if you want to stick around, be sure to follow me, you guys. Be sure that you stay tuned because I'm going to be live more often. Okay, I'm trying to get to 10K. So thank you so much for everyone who supported me tonight, helping me get to that goal. Thank you so much for all of you who donated, contributed. We're so beautiful in the energy. I really appreciate you guys. And, as a Pisces, but just as an individual, like I said earlier, I just want us to be able to reach our goals. I want us to be able to understand the power that we have and the magic that we hold so that we can make the changes within our own lives that help us to work together to kind of like change the world. Because there's too much shit going on. I'm tired. I want to be able to relax. I want my retirement to be fun and peaceful. Okay. So I will see you guys next time. If you want to check out my bio, there's information in my bio. If you would like to check it out, there's more that you can see there. And as always, Pisces, I say this on YouTube, but I'm going to bring it over here too. As always, Pisces, remember, this is our circle, boost. Bye.